From the team that brought you the Haunted Files on ParaFlixx comes a new way to experience the unknown. This is the Haunted Files Unplugged, where the lights are low, the stories are raw, and the truth is stranger than fiction. Join Mike Delcoro, Eric Vanderlaan, and their special guests as they dive into the dark corners of the paranormal. From hauntings and cryptids to UFO encounters and everything in between. No filters, no scripts, just pure, unfiltered conversation from the world beyond. You're listening to the Haunted Files Unplugged.
Holy motherfucker!
Happy Monday, everybody. Yep, we're back for 2026. And my name is Eric Vanderlaan. I'm your host of the Haunted Files Unplugged radio show. And I got my partner right over there.
What's up, guys? My name is Mike Delcoro. I'm your co-host here. And we got a great show for you tonight. And I'm going to let Eric continue telling us what we're getting into.
We got an amazing show. We got part of the ParaFlixx Amelia as a guest, and actually we met him at Rock Island. I had the pleasure of investigating with him, doing the private investigation there. So we have Josh Morris as our guest tonight from Teps Investigates that you can see on ParaFlixx, and he started a new project, Soulfire Paranormal. I think I got that right. And I do have an intro for him, and you want to see it, Mike?
I sure do.
Let's do it. Without further ado, let's welcome our guest. Bam.
Let's do it. Hey, welcome,
Josh.
Josh.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
I stole some of your shit.
Yeah, I saw that intro.
That was okay. What's that thing at the end? I saw a clip of that. It looked pretty interesting.
That table?
Yeah. It had like a dragon and all this.
That's his dining room table.
I wish. That thing's like 5,000 pounds, though. It ain't going anywhere. That is from a place that public are, you really can't go publicly. You can, there's some public investigations, but it's like an invite thing. It was actually one of the places I was hoping to take you guys one of these days. It's the Ura Shrine, and all forms of religion are practiced there. And that table is a very custom, special table where the thickness of that table, it's like, like this thick maybe of like this special cement, but it's like layers of ceremonial swords, daggers, Ouija boards, who knows? There's so much stuff buried in this table. Dragons all in it, like you saw on the surface. I did like a short little clip on my YouTube kind of showing off the table, but the place is amazing. Like that's just the
super
table.
interesting. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah. There's a whole
I think
room.
was that the place that that Josh was telling us about? Josh and Shane. I think they did something
Josh
there.
Purvis?
Yeah. I don't know. They were telling us about a temple that practiced all kinds of different religions and different things that he's investigated, and it was pretty wild.
Yeah. It's an awesome place though.
Very cool. And for the people that are watching and listening, tell them a little about yourself. You are a paranormal investigator from Tennessee, and you know what? I can't keep up with your stuff because like so many things are happening with you now.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'll try to keep it short so we can get to other discussions tonight. I mean, look, I've been in this field for like 30 years. And I guess the easiest way is I started, we had a team in Florida. I used to live in the panhandle of Florida. And years ago, there was a show that came out, a reality show. It was the very first one of its kind called Ghost Hunters. And
that show? I never heard of that show.
Yeah, it was on for just a little bit. I don't know if many people watched. Just kidding, Jason. But we somehow through luck, I guess, connected, and I started getting cases from Donna LaCroix, their case manager, and at the time, and we started doing a lot of preliminary investigations for the show. So that was pretty cool. That was kind of a way that my little team got, a little more notoriety back then. Of course, there was nothing like we had now. But then just over the years, I finally decided I always stayed in the background. I never was too much of getting in front of the cameras or anything like that. But then, about 7 or 8 years ago, started a podcast. That was called the Everything Paranormal Show. That evolved into my nickname of Teps because it started shortening up to Teps. That's what it stood for. And started becoming like Teps in the field, Teps. And then I started getting back out in the field because I was tired of sitting behind the podcast stuff and started really hitting the investigations. And then ParaFlixx came along and they were like brand new and ended up talking to, Natalie at the time and was like, hey, we're trying to start this thing up. What ideas you got? So I pitched a show called Para Explorers. We started doing that, but I did cancel the show. I stopped the show after a few episodes because I didn't like where it was going. I loved the idea of the show, but I couldn't do it justice because I was still like really, really infantile in my camera abilities and production quality and stuff like that. And so the first couple of episodes aren't bad, but I really had more ideas. So I may revisit it someday in the past, but
right.
Ultimately ended up with Teps Investigates, which we are going to be trying to launch season 2. It's going to be a short season. And then we're moving into Soulfire Paranormal. So I had met Jen a while back here, and me and Jen just clicked, and we love paranormal together, and we wanted to create something together, something fresh, something new. We have some new ideas. So we started Soulfire Paranormal, and we're going to be launching that this year, or we're launching it right now. We're like in transition.
Okay.
Her team was Rooted Journey Paranormal. They're fading out, and Teps Investigates fading out, and we're coming together as Soulfire Paranormal. And we're also launching a podcast called the Paranormal Council, and that's going to be starting on the 15th.
So, awesome. Very cool. And Mike and I faded out as well with War Party. So there you go.
Yes. Yeah.
But you have the same philosophy as us when you're filming. It's pretty much no nonsense, no over dramatization. This is what we're capturing. This is what we're showing you. And then you make out what you see. Right.
Yeah. But the only thing I would actually disagree slightly on is the over dramatization. I do over dramatize just a little bit. I will admit it. Because like if you just did a straight up investigation on film, like it would be boring as hell. I'm sorry. Yeah. But if you're going to have a show, you have to have a little bit of entertainment. You have to have some emotion, a little bit of reaction. But I get what you're saying. Like I am a straight up person. I don't fake, and I don't do those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mike and I have good personality, so that comes out pretty strong on our shows.
Yeah, and I mean, I get what you're saying too. Like, if we capture a really good EVP, I'm gonna be a little bit more excited, obviously, when we're filming than if we weren't. But I'm not gonna be one of those guys that's like running out the door, like what I mean, like freaking out, what I mean, and throwing stuff and carrying on, like, and not everything's a demon. We stick to what we investigate, and like what Eric was saying, we present to you the information. We'll play the EVP. We'll say, I think it sounds like this. We're not gonna claim to know everything. It's this, and it's this person telling us, this is what we're capturing, and this is what you could see. You know what I mean? And kind of presenting it to the viewer.
Yeah, if it wasn't so boring, I almost wish I could film myself doing evidence review, because I think I react more to finding stuff later than when it's there.
Oh yeah, when you get surprised, like, oh shit, that happened.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, oh my god, I didn't even know that happened. Like, I have more reaction than when they're there in the thing, because you're in the moment, you're trying to think, you're like, oh, you might be like, hey, what was that noise? But like when you are reviewing the evidence and you capture something like, some crazy EVP, you're like, whoa, oh my god. Then you're like calling people like, hey, come here, listen to this. Like, there's almost a better reaction behind the scenes.
And that's why we live for this, right? To capture stuff like that. And it's, like what you were saying, it's like, we're veterans, and a lot of times, like, if we capture something, we're not going to react like someone who's never like experienced it, like, oh shit, we're like, oh, that was, I don't know, but like, I don't know. It's sometimes we get numbified, I guess, how you want to call it.
Yeah, no, but that's what like people don't realize is like it's almost like we get into like a professional mode, right? Mm-hmm. You're just sort of doing your job in a way. I mean, we live for it, but this is like I guess a job / hobby kind of thing for us. But like it's funny when people come up to you during like conventions and stuff, and they're like, do you ever get scared? Like, do you get, like, what was the scariest place you ever been to? Like the most popular question, right? Like they ask questions from their standpoint and not realizing like you're probably going to get a boring answer, because like I don't get scared a lot. Like,
yeah, the kind of way that I try to describe it is like if you were to ask like a detective or a paramedic or like somebody like that, like, you know what I mean? They're used to seeing bodies, like dead bodies, like every day. They're used to seeing, like if you're an EMT or something like that, you're seeing disgusting stuff all day long. You get almost numb to it. You know what I mean? Like you do know, like it does bother the person, but you're not freaking out. You're not showing these reactions because you're so used to seeing this type of stuff every day. You know what I mean? Like, not that we're seeing it every day, but you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like a thing that happens, when you do anything, Oh
yeah, exactly.
That clip of our intro at the end where I'm saying, holy mother, whatever. That was at Waverly Hills, and that's the scaredest I ever got. And that wasn't even nothing paranormal. It was just 2 bats flying down the hallway.
But you didn't know that at the time. You didn't know that at the time.
No, I didn't know. I thought it was a creeper.
No, that's what's funny.
I was bummed when I found out it was a bat.
See, that's what's funny though, is like when you look at even some of my intros, and you pick out some moments where it looks like I might have, kind of gotten scared or something. Usually it's because either something fell over, like there was an actual like animal thing, or maybe a homeless person.
Yeah.
at a place. Like it's usually like actual things to make you scared, not ghostly things. So that's
scary, not ghosts.
Right? I know. We look for the dead.
And I don't know about you, but Mike and I have been to some crazy places where when we were with our team, I mean, we were like armed, and we would have to, clear the place out, make sure everything was safe before we started investigating.
Yeah. Safety is a huge priority. And even like when I lead a team, like that's always a thing I always address. I always like to do little orientations with some of my team members and be like, hey, look, if possible, if we're going to like an abandoned place or like a place that's kind of run down, that's got dangerous objects, old floors, things like that, I'm like, hey, try to wear, some kind of jeans, slacks or something that's going to cover your legs. Try to wear maybe steel toe, shoes if you can, or even just some kind of boots. Because, you walk around these places, you know how it is. And some of these places don't even clean up old debris. Like you got ceilings that were, old drop ceilings that are just laying there, metal pieces, glass.
Or there's a hole that you can drop like 3 floors down.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, those That's a huge thing out there for people that are gonna investigate and that are gonna be doing some urban exploring and things of that nature. First, make sure you're not breaking and entering or doing anything like that, obviously. But yeah, mind your situation. Keep an eye out for what you're doing. And when I go to old rundown buildings that aren't owned technically by somebody, that aren't that aren't doing a pay to play investigation type thing where we're actually getting out and going into some of these places. I try not to go upstairs too often unless it's cement flooring and you can check, you know what I mean? Because you can, and I'm not a light guy, if anybody knows, but yeah, there was just a girl that was just recently unalived visiting that old military base in Montauk that Stranger Things was based on. So she went out there to check it out. She fell through she went up to the top and fell through, and was killed. And same thing here in Miami at one of the hospitals.
At hospital.
Yeah, I just got back. I just came back from Ledgeworth Village. Man, I don't know if you know about that place, but that is a very, very spooky spot.
Yeah.
It was, where they kept a lot of the mentally handicapped children and people, and that it was totally self-sufficient, had its own power plant, owned everything, a hospital, and all the patients would work within this village and just live there. And then they would put them in unmarked graves as numbers.
Right.
It was pretty sad. But that place is fully decrepit now. And there's a couple spots where I went walking around, and you notice that, going down the stairs, and it goes into just still water from the snow melting and everything. It's all flooded in the basements, and some pretty spooky situations going on. Not just the paranormal activity that's there, but like I said, some of the structural stuff.
There's some places we got to watch out for pythons. We have a huge python epidemic here in the Everglades, cougars, skunk apes.
Yeah.
Josh, you're from Tennessee. I mean, what's some places that I'm sorry, Mike, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just curious. Tennessee. Mike and I were at South Pittsburgh. What are some of the places that you like over there?
Oh, we're in Waverly as well.
Yeah, Waverly Hills.
Well, and this is going to sound maybe a little bit of cop out. Now, there's some forts around here. There's, of course, Brushy Mountain Prison and things like that. Euro Shrine. There's a lot of fun places around here, but my whole thing, and this is something I've just kind of felt like over the years, is every so often I visit a big location like St. Augustine Lighthouse or whatever it is, and they're nice, they're fun, but I'll tell you, my favorite places are unknown places or places that have barely ever been discovered. Mm-hmm. They're just old places that have history, family histories, residentials, sometimes people's homes, but I like some of the old just buildings, historical homes, things like that. Yeah. I've gotten a few realtors that are friends of mine that buy a lot of the old historic homes, and they're like abandoned half the time. So it's nice to be able to go into some of these places that date back to the 1900s or earlier, like the early 1900s. Like there was a construction boom here in Bristol for like around the 1900s, and in this whole area, the Tri-City area here that I'm at. So I love to find the more intimate places. I tend to just seem to have some really good, unique experiences there.
And like, what's one location? Do you have like a particular location that you go to a lot? Like every team has like a favorite location. And that's like, you probably think is the most active. And then maybe like if you go to some well-known one, like, I don't know. Like for me, there's a location that I favor. And whenever I go to a well-known place, I always compare it to that location. Do you have something like that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I do. I have a place, and it never disappoints. In fact, it was pretty cool. It was a season finale of season 1 on Teps Investigates, and it's called Nickerson Sneed, the Nickerson Sneed House. and it dates back the core of it dates back to the late 1700s.
Oh, nice.
And then it was expanded upon and built into an antebellum style house. Pretty big, big house, but it's not too far from me. It's about like an hour drive, but it's considered local, so to speak, and it just never seems to disappoint. I've investigated multiple times. I've done 2-day investigations a few times, and some stuff. I just love it. And compared to other locations, now there's some that's not bad. I had some pretty good stuff with even the Glen House. There's a few places that do rank up there that I can think of, but I always like to compare Nickerson's Knee because it's just so consistent for me.
Yeah. Have you been? What's it called? Hales Dam.
Bar Dam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they shut that down now. Like they shut.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually a really good investigation. I actually did a collab with SRS Paranormal, and like I spent most of the night with them doing theirs because we did like a 2-night thing. We did like Hales Bar Dam, and then we did Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. Yeah, we did like the 2-night collab thing, so instead of filming for myself, really I spent most of the night with SRS, and we really had some. For the longest time, it didn't produce anything, and then we got to a certain point in the night, and I just like literally just went to Matt, which is their leader, and I was like, "Hey man, like look, let's just calm down," because I think we were all getting a little frustrated that we weren't really getting anything good. The energy of everybody was kind of manic a little bit, just kind of. And
that's the worst thing that could happen if you like get frustrated. That's when things don't happen. That's what I learned.
Yeah, and it was just funny. I just told Matt, I was like, look, me and you, let's just calm down and let's just grab some dowsing rods, right? And like, let's just walk. And wherever we feel something, let's just stop. And so we did. And we like went and stopped. We just was like, wait, all right here. And we stopped. We did this dowsing rod session, and we got this Indian woman, kind of young. We had this whole story, and it was really cool. So then I was like, all right, well, hey, let's do this. Let's get a couple of the girls, because there was they had another couple girls. One was like more of the like a intuition, and more intuitive and stuff, medium. So we went back and we're like, hey, you guys go. We're not going to say nothing. We're just going to follow you, and you just go wherever you want to go and stop wherever you want to stop and do a dowsing rod session. Well, sure enough, they stopped almost identically where we were, and they started doing a dowsing rod session, and they got a female middle.
Isn't that amazing? Like that's the kind of stuff that people won't, they hear it and they're like, oh, that's cool. But to actually like really experience that, where you ask like another teammate and they're like, yeah, we stopped over here. We're like, dude, we were over there. And they're like, and their story lines up with what happened with you. And that shit is just sends shivers up your spine. It's just amazing that, and it's also exciting because of the fact that, you could doubt yourself and be like, I don't know, was that really what was going on, or was it, what I mean? But first, and then somebody else to say, okay, it feels a little strange here. Let's stop. Let's do the same thing. And they ended up getting the same type of answers and communicating with somebody of the same gender and everything. It's very, that's wild.
Cross validation.
Yeah.
Well, what's pretty cool is we were doing an event at the Old Davie Schoolhouse down here in Florida, and they have the old school, and then they have these 2 historical homes that were nearby, but they moved them because they were going to get demolished. So they bought the homes, moved them behind the school, and restored them to its glory. So we always pick up the same spirit in the Bealey house. Mike and I were in there in the attic. Paul Hammer, that's his name, and he's a smart ass. And it was funny because we were investigating, and one of our other investigators, JP, was next door at the Walsh house, and he was picking up Paul Hammer as well. And we were both getting him we were both getting EVPs of them on our recorders. How wild is that?
Nice.
And spirit boxes and things.
And
like
we
that.
didn't even know this gentleman existed. We were getting the names. We were getting. So we asked the educational director that runs the place, and she goes, "No, there was a guy named Paul Hammer here," and she's like, "He died from getting bit by a snake twice," and blah blah blah. Told us his whole story. We even have a picture of him somewhere. Eric has it. Found him. Found it online from digging and doing some research. Yeah, that pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, I think anytime in this industry when you get that kind of cross-validation moments, that's when it's like, holy crap. I mean, that's probably why even the Estes method and like even the Delco experiment there, your experiment, like all those things really help out, because in a way, like the Estes experience in that sense, and even yours, Mike, is that, you know, deprivation, but it's almost like an instant cross validation right there going on, where, you know, you're doing the sensory deprivation, all that stuff, and the red light, all those things. And so it just makes for some interesting experiences, because it's a lot more than just somebody saying, oh, I got this name, or I got this. And then there's just like a single interpretation. You're like, well, you know, maybe, who knows? But when you start getting that duplicate type stuff, and it's pretty evident that, and like I said, that validation is like, holy crap. That's definitely stuff we live for too.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, I have a quick question. So with all the things, I'm not trying to get political here, but all the things that have been happening in Venezuela lately, when they captured Nicolas Maduro and they showed that shot of him in the helicopter with a blindfold and the headset, first thing I'm thinking, is he doing an Estes?
You should make that into a meme. Right? You should make a meme.
I'm going to.
Yeah, they had the same headphones on we use the Vic Forth.
Yeah. Mike, that could be a new label, Maduro with the headset, and we can like do the goggles over the mask.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll go over well.
No, that'd be hilarious.
People would be seeing that like, oh damn, I want that.
I would put a lot of LOLs on that.
Yeah,
on Facebook.
We can make a Maduro edition.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be that. You definitely should.
Well, Josh, we got to pay some bills.
Do what?
You got to pay the bills.
We got a couple words from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back with you guys. All right, so just hang on a few moments, and we'll be right back. What's up? Mike and Eric from the Haunted Files here, and we got these pieces of paranormal equipment in our hand. Why is that?
Because we want to give a big shout out to the Ghost Hunter store, our sponsor. And you might see some of this equipment on your favorite ghost hunting shows. Is that right, Mike?
That's right, especially the Haunted Files on ParaFlixx.
And we're going to give you a special code for a discount on these devices.
That's right. So if you go to the Ghost Hunter store, you go to the website, when you check out, if you enter the code Ghost Gone Wild,
Not Girls Gone Wild.
that's right, you get a discount on your purchase. So check them out. They're your one-stop shop for everything paranormal.
What's up, everybody? I'm Eric, and this is Mike from the Haunted Files. And Mike, we got something special to tell everyone, right?
We do. We have an amazing product here. This is from Haunted Happy Hour, where they make spirit-infused coffee. And what's cool about this product right here is it's the Haunted Files edition. It's a Dark Isles brew.
Yep, and it's got a blend of Irish cream, pistachio, and dark rum. A perfect blend to awaken your dark side, right, Mike?
Hell yeah, it is. And if you're feeling sluggish or you are ready to
Investigate all night, this is for you, man. It is amazing tasting. And not only that, but what did ParaFlixx do for us and for the fans?
Well, you're going to get a special discount code that's on the package, and you're going to be able to get 3 months for free ParaFlixx. And who can they watch, Mike?
They can watch us and all the other amazing investigators on the ParaFlixx platform. So get yours today, and make sure you check out ParaFlixx and the Haunted Files.
And if you're feeling dead inside, get caffeinated with Haunted Happy Hour.
Are you ready to explore the unknown?
Eventually.
Brace yourself for a journey into the supernatural. ParaFlixx Paranormal Plus, your gateway to the paranormal, all-in-one streaming service. Dare to explore, dare to believe, dare to stream alone.
It does not want us here.
Sign up now and embark on a supernatural adventure like never before. ParaFlixx Paranormal Plus, the universal home of paranormal.
Yeah, guys. So if you don't already know, Eric and I have a show on called The Haunted Files on ParaFlixx, and we are just getting ready to release the first episode of season 4. Can't believe it's been that long already, and we're super excited. I don't have a trailer for it just yet. I'll have it probably next week. But you can catch up on the other seasons 1 through 3 right now. And I'm going to play a trailer from one of them just so you can kind of see what kind of stuff you might see on a show like ours. And we were talking about Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, so I'm going to throw that up there. The Old South Pittsburgh Hospital, located in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, is a historic building that has gained notoriety for its reputation as being haunted. Originally opening its doors in 1959 as a medical facility, it served the community for decades before closing its doors in the late 1990s. Reports of strange occurrences, such as disembodied voices, apparitions, and unexplained sounds have fueled the hospital's reputation as a haunted location. Tonight, the Haunted Files team is going to see if they can document these reports.
Oh, shit.
Do you like this stuffed dinosaur? Yes. Leave. I felt there's something brushed my arm and I just got chills real bad.
Yeah.
And that third floor was freaking crazy. That's all I gotta say.
I queued up a season 2 preview if you guys want to see. I shared the season 2 preview. Now, the only thing I would just tell people is like it said it was going to be released in summer of 25, but things got delayed. So I've been going through personal stuff with divorce and all that things and like restarting my life. And now I met like an amazing woman there, Jen. So things have been like, it's like a lot of course correction now, but still season 2 will come out. Like it is filmed. We've got episodes in the can. So we're just waiting on my
brother. I've been taking that same course, but we'll talk later.
But yeah, if you guys want to check it out.
Hell yeah, we do. Let's see it. I'll throw it up on the screen here.
All right, I guess I should hit play, huh?
Lingering footsteps, you hear them, but no one's home. Through the hall, in a haunted home. Some say it's a demon, some say it's a ghost. We'll find out tonight on Teps Investigates. We're gonna know there's something here in the shadows. You better beware. Welcome to the show. You don't want to miss. We're hunting for the unknown on Teps Investigate. Investigates. You better beware.
Nice filming. And how'd you get the music? That's really cool.
I'm a musician also, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
But yeah, I decided for season 2 I would do
Those are vocals?
my own theme song. Huh?
Those are vocals?
No. I can sing, but not very like it depends. If the more alcohol I have, the better I sound.
Oh, there you go. Well, it was really good. I liked it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So people, get your subscription at ParaFlixx. I mean, we're not the only show. There's a ton of amazing shows and talent there.
I mean, look at like just the fact of like your guys's trailer for one of your episodes, and then that trailer there with both of our trailers. Like, how good do those shows look? And that's just like the top 2 shows. But I mean, think about the other shows on I'm just kidding, ParaFlixx. But that's
Natalie's watching.
No, I know, but that's okay. But no, I mean, but think about the breadth that's on there, though. There's so many amazing shows on there, and it's like literally, what is like $4 or $5 a month or something? It's like super cheap.
Yeah, it's not even. I think it's like 3 and change or $4 or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I think I did mine for like the annual, like $30 or something like that for like the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
yeah, it's ridiculously cheap. I mean, you probably paid more than double for Discovery Plus, and if you only watch Discovery Plus for the paranormal shows, I mean, it's other than Zach Bagans and Ghost Adventures, everything else, you know, it's all repeats, right?
Yeah,
this is all new, fresh.
Yeah, plus you get to see, you know, other investigators get to film at some of these same big locations and see and get to see what other people capture and different things. Like, I don't watch a lot of paranormal TV myself because I'd rather be making it than watching it, you know. But it is interesting to see what other people capture at the same places that you investigated too. I know we have a lot of people that follow us that are investigators as well, you know. So yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a big happy family, and it's worth it. It's worth a couple bucks.
So you went to the hospital in College Hill, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was an
episode on that.
Believe it or not, like the only team that beat me there was Destination Fear. That was the only team that beat me there. Then I was the second one there, but I did set a record. I made sure I talked to Tanya and Charlie. I said, okay, now listen, I'm the only one that's gonna spend the entire night alone in this hospital, right? And they're like, yeah, you're the first one to ever do that. I was like, okay, there you go, I'm doing it.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah. we did isolation. There was the 3 of us, and we took different floors. But nice. did you stay at their bed and breakfast, the doctor's house?
Yes, I have that in. That's so. Dude, season 2
active.
So okay, so the old hospital is a second to Nickerson Sneed. I just love the place. Is it like super paranormally active? You know, it's okay, but I love Tanya and Charlie.
They're amazing.
Yeah, you know, good, super good folks. Mm-hmm. And but so Dr. Conley's house and the hospitals both in season 2 that we're getting ready to release. So I went to the old college hospital back in ParaExplorers, which was like back at the start of ParaFlixx. So like 4 years
ago. 5 years ago?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. So I went to, so that was one of the locations. That was season 1, episode 1 of ParaExplorers. So ParaExplorers was an interesting concept. So
What was that about?
Well, it was part fiction and part reality. So there was an actual storyline where if you watch the first episode, you'll see like somebody mysteriously leaves a note at my door, and it's an envelope, and I read it. Basically, there's this challenge that invites my team to join, and of course, if we decide to do this challenge, there could be great rewards or there could be great consequences, but we have to commit if we want to do this or not. So there's a flash drive that was inside of it. I put it in there, and it has special instructions, and it was from this guy called ParaFlixx. That's where the Para Explorers came from.
Have you ever seen MTV's Fear?
Yeah, I mean,
the 90s, like similar to that, where they had challenges that they had to do.
Right, we had challenges.
You got the boot.
So the first episode, part of the rules were I had to go alone, no crew, no camera, nothing or no camera crew, no camera guy, just me. And I think there was I had to do 3 communication experiments. I had to invent my own communication experiment.
Oh, wow.
And then I also had to spend 30 minutes in the pitch dark in the incinerator room. And then the last surprise goal at the end, another mystery envelope showed up at the end when I was getting ready to leave, and I had to spend the rest of the night there. So the concept was that each episode I would get these mystery letters, like there would be an actual production, it's actual cinematography, like a little mini movie where I'm in the grocery store and, I move a jar of spaghetti and there's an envelope, what the hell? These gold envelopes, right?
Right.
And so each episode I was going to get a new mission, basically, with new rules, new locations. We never knew where we were going to go. And, that kind of stuff. And then, of course, the whole thing was there was going to be times where maybe I was trying to catch a glimpse of whoever this ParaFlixx is, but we could never figure it out. I don't know. It was a great concept and a great show, and I hope to revisit it.
Sounds very cool.
Oh yeah.
I want to go back to Dr. Connolly's house, because when we stayed there, it's just before we filmed the hospital. Mike had an experience, and we captured some shit, and Mike was like, maybe we should film 2 episodes. This place is that.
That's what I did.
So we were on the road, and we were hitting 3 different locations, and we were just happened to stay there because it was super close. And she, Tanya's like, it's active, and we're like, oh, that's cool. We'll see. So we didn't really plan on filming, but I don't know, man. I woke up at 6 a.m, and when we're traveling.
Which room was you in?
The doctor's room.
Yeah, I was actually in, I think, the master.
It goes to the housekeeper.
When you turn right and you go all the way down, and there's the main room.
And then there's a room to the housekeeper's room that goes downstairs.
Yeah. That's
so for something. I open my eyes at 6 a.m. I'm like, bing, friggin' wide awake, and I glance over, and the door, as I woke up first, and then the door that goes to the I guess it was the maids.
Yeah.
The
maids yeah.
There's a little stairs that go down to a maid's quarters.
Right.
That friggin' just opened, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm laying in bed, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, nah, no way, dude. And then I swear to goodness, I hear footsteps, and then the other door cracked. And that's it. And I'm like, first I was thinking, pressure change in a room from air conditioning, something, whatever. But then I was like, both doors were separated by a few seconds. And then I heard that. And so I was like, this is crazy. So
it was cold. We didn't have any heat or anything on.
No. Right. Yep. And so we went out to get lunch later on, and we said, all right, you know what? Let's put a couple recorders down there and just leave them on.
We had ST20, the Sony ST25 on voice activated.
Right.
We'll just let it roll and then come back and see what we get.
Yeah, we
went to the Worlds of we had to go to World of Biscuit.
Oh yeah, that place was awesome.
Oh, did you go there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go. There's a local cafe I go to whenever I'm in town.
Oh my God! If you want breakfast,
I dream
you
about
gotta
that
go
biscuit
there.
place.
I still dream about it. So we got back to the house, and Mike, what did we capture?
So you heard all kinds of stuff. You hear voices. You hear disembodied voices. Like it well, it was either
Weird thing was,
EVP or disembodied voice,
Yeah, and then we heard like a ball hit the floor and roll,
or a beer bottle or something.
Yeah, it wasn't like like a pebble or something like that.
It was something like a bottle or a ball. You can hear it fall, and you could hear it roll.
Right.
Like, and we looked around. We couldn't find anything that would match that.
Huh.
There was nothing but a bed mattress there. The whole room was empty.
Yeah, because I'm familiar with the house. We originally got it to we were going to stay there, but we actually filmed in the same night. So
oh wow,
yeah, like so we filmed the hospital, went back, filmed. Well, I don't know. Did we do it in? No, we might have did it in 2 nights. I think we did it in one night though. It seemed like we did it in one night. Either way, I know one thing. The trunk of my car, when I was getting the equipment out from after we investigated the hospital, it came down and like busted my nose, like cut it open.
Oh, wow.
Like, so when you see the intro in the Conley house, when you see my intro, I'm like, yeah, I freaking busted my nose. Like, so it injured me. I've got blood there. So yeah, but it's a cool place. I tell people all the time, like, you know, the college or the old hospital on College Hill, it's one of those places that flies under the radar for a lot of people. They don't tend to bring it up a lot, but it's such a good place. I love it.
It's an amazing place. I'm going to share something real quick. Ready? How do I share?
I'm drinking coffee. Not your guys' coffee. Sorry. I don't have but it is some fresh coffee that I grind.
I want to talk about this here.
Oh, shit. It's Teps 1.
That is badass right there. Let me see if I can find something better picture.
Yeah, you had another like color clear shot, I think. In that one thing that you had, the intro, there was that color. There was a section, one of them that you had the high def kind of color shot of it. But yeah, so I could start talking about it if you want.
Yeah, very cool.
A few years ago, I had to get a used car because my I had ran into another deer with my Jeep. So I was like, well,
do you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, yes.
I've seen that problem down here.
So I was stuck between a white Subaru and a silver Chevy Cruze, and I ended up going with the Chevy Cruze. And I ended up having a lot of regrets. And over the few years that I had the Cruze, I hit 3 more deer. Actually, I hit 2 more deer, and I hit a cow. The cow finished it off. Trust me, I drive at night. So, like my second job. In fact, tonight I got my second job too. I've got to go do. There it is. So when I had a chance to get another car again, I'm like, damn it, I am getting my white Subaru and I am making my Ecto 1 / I'm going to make it a Teps, Teps 1. So of course I went and started doing all the research I wanted to build the roof rack as you see in the picture. I wanted to build the roof rack to resemble the movie. So I went into some of the original backlot photos, movie photos, and I just started, and I also wanted to calculate it. How can I make this work for a Subaru? So I had to engineer it all to like proportionally look right. Like the yellow tanks up there, I built on a PVC, the sniffer tube up top, like all the stuff. I try to get pretty accurate as much as I could. And then you can see it's hard to tell in the thing, but there's a strip of LED lights. So I've got lights on the front and back. So instead of the old fashioned blue lights, you can't do that anymore. You can get
the LEDs are like right here.
Yeah. So those are green and amber lights that I can turn on. And of course, Jen's in the comments. She said it's fun. It's so fun to ride around, and it is because I also have a horn. I have the Ecto Siren. I have multiple like in my near my gear shift. I've got some buttons. I got 4 different buttons. So I have like either a short, blast.
Yeah,
or
I remember
longer.
you showing us that.
Right. So it's fun. It's fun to when I have it. Like right now, the roof rack is actually off my car right now. Sadly, I have it off for the winter. But you can see the back window. I had, of course, the Teps Investigates ParaFlixx stuff. Kind of a thumbnail to drive around town with. I had the red stripe done to sort of imitate the red fin on the old Cadillac. From the Ecto.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Little radar dish in the back. All the things are fairly close to what they had. Again,
how's the gas? How's the mileage on that with that thing on top of there?
Yeah, gas mileage does suck down quite a bit. I would say I would go through. I don't even remember what my mileage dropped to exactly, but I know that I definitely could tell because I do the same routines in my car, like with my job, my nighttime job, and I was like, I could do two nights at my second job, and then I would have like an eighth of a tank left over, or a quarter of a tank left over. Now, when I had the roof rack, I would do 2 nights of my regular job, and the gas gauge would be coming on as I'm going home from the second night. It's like shit. So it was eating up an eighth to a quarter tank more, every few nights.
It'll be badass. It's driving that through the trails in the Everglades where Mike and I go to with the lights flashing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. When you get in some of the back roads and there's nobody around and it's dark, I just light up both the front and back at the same time and hit the siren. It's like badass.
Because it's like an SUV, right?
When we do the skunk egg episode, I'm definitely gonna have to break out my truck. So I have a property up in Central Florida as well. So I got an F-150 and I got it, lifted 35s, and I got a 50-inch light bar across the top and 2 small light bars down below. And you light that thing up, man, and it's like a train coming at you. It's pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
Or
I was thinking, Eric, maybe we can get like a Night Rider and say the Haunted Files Night Rider like style. We'll get one of those.
Like an old 80s Trans Am.
Yeah.
The light like flashing back and forth.
Yeah, kit.
Yeah.
Kit.
Well,
maybe we can convert my car like that. We'll take it to Josh. He can do anything.
Yeah, there you go.
I did build all that myself. I manufactured all the props myself. I didn't cheat. I didn't order anything. The only thing I ordered was the decals. I ordered some decal packs and went and put them on there myself. But I will say this, like, it's interesting to see the public's reaction when you drive through like parking lots and stuff. And, you get a variety of actions. It's really cool. That's what Jen was kind of, when Jen first saw it, she was like, I don't know, man, that's pretty cool. But then when she rode in it and we went and drove around, and when you get to make people smile a lot, it's so cool, to brighten people's day when they see you and you just see their smiles perk up. They're like, what the hell? And there's so many people don't even know. But the further I went to Rock Island, like the more out in the Midwest, flat cornfield country area, more I would stop and people say, are you a storm chaser?
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's perfect for Paracons, though.
That's kind of the most common thing. If people don't know, they ask me if I'm some kind of storm chaser.
I got a cool photo of Mike's truck somewhere here, but his truck's like 2 stories high. Need a ladder.
I would, I'm sure.
But it's perfect for the Everglades.
I need to put new tires on that thing, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
is it gonna be a rough ride?
It's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, I'm gonna put new tires on the
There you go.
Oh, hey.
And Eric, you can like jump out of it like that, like when we can pull up to the location.
Yeah, I can grow my hair long.
Yeah, you gotta get a mullet like that.
I can like button down my shirt all the way to my belly button.
Yeah, the Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
We'll just change.
And underneath, I'll have the Baywatch red Speedo underneath.
Instead of
go.
Michael Knight, we'll just change to Eric Knight or something. You know?
Right. The heck is that? I lost it. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I love my car. I can't wait till spring. The only thing, the roof rack did take. It held up. It held up to multiple trips on the highway, high winds. But the sniffer assembly up top, the two tubes and all that. I will say when I did get everything down and inspect closer, some of the blocking where they go to split a little bit. So I've got to reinforce that, but it held up. Like it held up everything.
All right. Very cool. Probably the best thing to do is to take the thing off when you're doing long distance driving, right? Throw it in the back. But then you probably don't have any room there. Yeah,
you don't have any room. And it's so I designed it to where the metal framing is separate than the middle wood framing, like all the wood interior stuff.
Uh-huh.
So literally, like I put handles on it. 2 people can get on each side, lift it up out, slide it out the back, carry it into the garage. And then the metal framing, I can actually do by myself and demount that. And then opposite my metal framing, me and another person lift up the stuff, slide it in, boom. And then I just put some of the, connect it to the.
There you go.
Nice. I love it.
Good Sasquatch truck.
Hell yeah. I know. Jen's like, road trip. Yeah, we need to come see you guys. Like I need to make my way down there for sure. Or you guys need to come up here.
Yeah. I'll drive to Tennessee. I love driving.
Yeah, you let me know. You let me know because I'll line up the Euro Shrine. If you guys want to go to that place or Brushy Mountain or hell both, I don't know. So
you told me Brushy Mountain, my eyes went like that big. But like if you recommend a place that's more haunted, I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say no.
Well, the Euro Shrine. I mean, I didn't really.
That sounds very super interesting.
I have not filmed there, but I was there a couple times, and one of them was with Ken 10 Paranormal because Kent invited me along. So, and I had some amazing epic box sessions. Some other. They had this other device. I don't even know what it's called. It was custom made. It was kind of like almost like a REM pod type EMF device, and I was just getting amazing experiences. Hey, Ghost Augustine.
All right. Well, we're getting to that time of the show. Josh, can you tell people like where they can find you? If you have anything coming up that you want to announce, like just go crazy on yourself.
Well, I kind of did that at the beginning of the show, but no, if you want to find out more about us, like we're doing the Paranormal Council podcast, which will be Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. So this time on Thursdays, starting the 15th. And of course you can find Soulfire Paranormal, which is going to be where we're going to have a lot of the episodes from the podcast, and you can catch that on YouTube. So if you go to Soulfire is 2 words, Soulfire Paranormal. There's YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, maybe X in the future. I have no idea, but there's definitely, we got at least 4 social medias, if not more. I don't know. Jen was helping me set up some of that. She's good with that stuff. I'm really bad. I'm more of the editor. But we're releasing shorts to a lot of stuff. We started releasing some content. We got another church investigation coming up that me and Jen did. Really cool. I'm looking forward to that one. There's something major that happens in that. The one that we just released right now is the Chamber of Darkness. It was a funeral home. We had an amazing spirit box session that you guys are going to really find pretty cool. In fact, even I was like, hey, do you know anybody? And the spirit, know any of us? The spirit box says yes. And then literally it's saying like, can you name our names or whatever? And it actually said 3 of our names. So like Jason.
Oh, wow.
And then Josh.
I love it when that happens.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys will have to check that out. Now that's just on, that'll be on YouTube because those were just kind of like some fun investigations that we did. It wasn't like an official show or anything that I was doing. And of course, ParaFlixx, guys, you gotta come and see us on ParaFlixx. I hope everybody watching has ParaFlixx because you can watch the Haunted Files.
Listen to that man.
And Teps Investigates. So again, Teps Investigates. You can find, if you go to like my Teps Investigates, you'll ultimately find me because it'll all funnel all toward whatever I'm doing. Whatever the current stuff I'm doing, it'll all funnel that way.
Very cool.
Awesome. So yeah, make sure you guys follow Josh and Teps Investigates. You can see all the newest stuff that he has coming. I had an awesome show. It was an awesome time having you on today, Josh. And if you guys want to find any of our personal stuff, the easiest way to do that is if you go to thehauntedfiles.com, and you can also visit FLA Paranormal Researcher.com. That brings you to my personal website that links out to everything else, all my social media, everything like that. Anywhere you find me, you can also find Eric, of course. And then Eric, you have some stuff that you can tell the folks how to follow you.
I got a little bit of stuff. You can follow me at Ghost Hunter of South Florida on Instagram, TikTok, inactive YouTube channel. Maybe one day I'll get it going again. And actually, we are next. If you want to come actually see us, our next event is going to be May 1st at the White Hill Mansion Paranormal Expo, and they're
Is
going
it
to
the first?
Second. I'm sorry. First Saturday in May.
There you go.
So I don't have a calendar in front of me. But anyway, there's going to be some amazing guests there. You want to check it out. And tell you the truth, White Hill Mansion is like probably my top 3 most haunted locations I've ever investigated.
Nice.
You know, it's funny because I was just saw James the other day, and he's like, "Man, every time I've been there, he's like, I didn't really get much." And I was like, "Man, a couple of times we've been there, it was insane." So, yeah. But anyways, thanks again, Josh, for joining us. It was an awesome show, and we'll make sure we get you back out here, and we got to get together soon. And thank you everybody for watching and tuning in, and for anybody that's rewatching this later on, make sure you like and subscribe. It means a lot to us. Check out our, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and all that fun stuff, and make sure you do the same for Josh. It's much appreciated, and we'll see you guys next week. Anything else? Good?
No, you've done good.
All right. See y'all.